welcome to my channel. Because of the length of the One Piece openings that I just reacted to, I'm not going to be able to do a full slate of videos today. I'm doing a total of 3. This is the second one, and it was the second highest voted one. The name of the group is Immortal Technique, and the name of the song is Dance with the Devil. This was requested by Aditya Ravi, and he requested on the 18th of June of 2025, and he wrote, "Love your videos from India, Bangalore." It never ceases to amaze me. My viewers are from all over the world. It's astounding to me. I never in my wildest dreams would have thought that this would have happened. And now I'm over 100,000 subscribers. Just amazing, absolutely amazing. I cannot thank you enough. I really cannot. I mean, you're the best group of, I think, the best group of viewers on the face of the earth. A wonderful group of people. Very positive, very loving, very sweet. And you're constantly trying to make me have a big head, which is hard to do because I'm a very humble person. I don't get oversized ideas about who I am or what I'm about. I'm just a very simple man. But you sometimes make me think, wow, I never thought about that. But anyway, I'm thankful for it. I really am. So thank you very much. I always put the artist links in the description of their playlist so you can support them as well. But I put the link to the song that I'm reacting to in the description of the video. I also put a link in there from Wikipedia if I can find anything that makes any sense and is relevant. I don't put the link to the reaction request form though, because I'm not currently accepting new requests. I've got over 2,700 in my queue already. I've got to take care of those. I do allow you to vote on which ones you want to see first, and you can do that by clicking on the form that's linked in every description of every video. And you may run into some trouble with that now because Google has labeled the script as a unverified, and so they call it risky. If you get that warning, just click on the button, and then when it says, do you want to go forward or do you want to go back or do you want to assume the risk, just say assume the risk. There is no risk. All it is a form that fills out one column in my spreadsheet. So there's nothing to worry about. Just ignore the warning. And once you've done that once, you shouldn't have to do it a second time. Okay? So vote on the ones you want to hear. You can go to the form and just type in the name of any artist you want to hear, and you'll see all of the requests that have been made for them. And there's quite a few. There's over 2,700. Okay. One other thing I want to mention, I've written a book, the title of which is The Nature of Christ. It's a biblical look at who Jesus Christ is. If you're interested in that, I will send you a free advanced copy in PDF format. Just send an email to me with the subject line, "I'd like a free copy of your book." Okay? I live stream every Sunday for 3 hours beginning at 3 p.m. UTC on Rumble. So if you come to Rumble on Sunday at 3 p.m. UTC and you put a request in the chat, I'm going to react to it live. I also live stream on Fridays at 12 a.m. UTC. Not 1 a.m. I used to tell you 1 a.m. That was wrong. 12 a.m. UTC on YouTube. I call that God Talks. It's a chance for me to talk about the Bible and about Christian living, walking by the Spirit, answer any questions you might have if I can. So if you're interested in that, drop by YouTube at 12 a.m. UTC on Friday. Okay? So this is Immortal Technique performing Dance with the Devil. Oh. Okay.
I once knew a nigga whose real name was William. His primary concern was making $1 million, being the illest hustler that the world ever seen. He used to fuck movie stars and sniff coke in his dreams. A corrupted young mind at the age of 13. Nigga never had a father and his mom was a fiend. She put the pipe down, but for every year she was sober, her son's heart simultaneously grew colder. He started hanging out, selling bags in the projects, checking the young chicks looking for hit and run prospects. He was fascinated by material objects, but he understood money never bought respect. He built a reputation cause he could hustle and steal, but got locked once and didn't hesitate to squeal. So criminals he chilled with didn't think he was real. You see, me and niggas like this have never been equal. I don't project my insecurities on other people. He fiended for props like addicts with pipes and needles, and so he felt he had to prove to everyone he was evil. A feeble-minded young man with infinite potential, the product of a ghetto-bred capitalistic mental. Coincidentally dropped out of school to sell weed, dancing with the devil, smoked until his eyes would bleed. But he was sick of selling trees and gave in to his greed. Everyone trying to be trife never faced the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So Billy started robbing niggas, anything he could do to get his respect back in the eyes of his crew. Starting fights over little shit up on the block. Stepped up to selling mothers and brothers the crack rock. Working overtime, making money for the crack spot. Hit the jackpot and wanted to move up to cocaine. Fulfilling the Scarface fantasy stuck in his brain. Tired of the block niggas treating him the same. He wanted to be major like the cutthroats and the thugs. But when he tried to step to him, niggas showed him no love. They told him any motherfucking coward can sell drugs. Any bitch nigga with a gun can bust slugs. Any nigga with a red shirt can front like a blood. Even Puffy smoked the motherfucker up in the club. But only a real thug can stab someone till they die. Standing in front of them, staring straight into their eyes. Billy realized that these men were well guarded, and they wanted to test him before business started. Suggested raping a bitch to prove he was cold-hearted. So now he had a choice between going back to his life or making money with made men. Up in the sight, his dreams about cars and ice made him agree a hardcore nigga is all he ever wanted to be. And so he met them Friday night at 2:45. Everyone trying to be trife never faced the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. They drove around the project slow while it was raining, smoking blunts, drinking and joking for entertainment, until they saw a woman on the street walking alone, 3 in the morning, coming back from work on her way home. And so they quietly got out the car and followed her. Walking through the projects, the darkness swallowed her. They wrapped her shirt around their head and knocked her onto the floor. This is it, kid, now you got your chance to be raw. So Billy yoked her up and grabbed the chick by the hair and dragged her into a lobby that had nobody there. She struggled hard, but they forced her to go up the stairs. They got to the roof and then held her down on the ground, screaming, "Shut the fuck up and stop moving around." The shirt covered her face, but she screamed and clawed. So Billy stomped on the bitch till he broke in her jaw. Them dirty bastards knew exactly what they were doing. They kicked her until they cracked her ribs and she stopped moving. Blood leaking through the cloth, she cried silently. And then they all proceeded to rape her violently. Billy was made to go first, but each of them took a turn, ripping her up and choking her until her throat burned. Her broken jaw mumbled for God, but they weren't concerned. When they were done and she was lying bloody, broken and bruised, one of them niggas pulled out a brand new 22. They told him that she was a witness for what she'd gone through, and if he killed her, he was guaranteed a spot in the crew. He thought about it for a minute, she was practically dead, and so he leaned over and put the gun right to her head.
I'm falling and I can't turn back. I'm falling and I can't turn back.
Right before he pulled the trigger and ended her life, he thought about the cocaine with the platinum and ice, and he felt strong standing along with his new brothers. Cocked the gat to her head and pulled back the shirt cover. But what he saw made him start to cringe and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back at him and cried cause he had forsaken her. She cried more painfully, and when they were raping her, his whole world stopped. He couldn't even contemplate. His corruption had successfully changed his fate, and he remembered how his mom used to come home late, working hard for nothing, cause now what was he worth? He turned away from the woman that had once given him birth, and crying out to the sky cause he was lonely and scared. But only the devil responded cause God wasn't there, and right then he knew what it was to be empty and cold. And so he jumped off the roof and died with no soul. They say death takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that they killed his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true, cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I raped his mom too. And now the devil follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing among one of you at my shows, in every street cipher listening to Little Thug's flow. He could be standing right next to you and you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White, brown, yellow, and black color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're inflicted, and you'll be one of God's children that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So when the devil wants to dance with you, you better say never, because a dance with the devil might last you forever. Oh, y'all motherfuckers thought it was over, huh? But it's not. You didn't count on a fallen angel getting back into the grace of God and coming after you. Y'all niggas ain't shit. Your producers ain't shit. Your fucking A&R ain't shit. I'll fucking wipe my ass with your demo deal. Yo, Diabolic, take this motherfucker's head off!
Go ahead and grip blocks. I'll snap your trigger finger in 6 spots. You'll have to lip lock with hypodermic needles to lick shots. I watch you topple flat. Put away your writtens and holler back. Can't freestyle, you're screwed off the top like bottle caps. Beneath the surface, I'm overheating your receiver circuits by unleashing deeper verses than pre-speaking churches. What you preach is worthless. Your worship defeat the purpose, like President Bush taking bullets for the Secret Service. Beyond what y'all fathom, I shit on cats and jaw tap them. Show no compassion like having a straight-faced orgasm. Tour jack 'em, have his half a 10 bitch suck my friend's dick. In the meantime, you could French kiss this clenched fist. Diabolic, a one-man brigade spreading cancer plague. Fist fucking a pussy's face, holding a hand grenade. So if I catch you bluffing, faggot, you're less than nothing. I just had to get that stress off my chest like breast reduction.
You motherfuckers are nothing. You cannot harm me. I'll resurrect every aborted baby and start an army. Storm the planet hunting you down, cause I'm on a mission to split your body into 1 billion one-celled organisms. Immortal technique could destroy your religion, you stupid bitch. You're faker than blue-eyed crackers nailed to a crucifix. I'm about to blow up like NASA Challenger computer chips. Arsenic language transmitted revolutionarily. I'm like time itself, I'm gonna kill you inevitably. Chemically bomb you, fuck using a chrome piece. I'm illmatic, you won't make it home like Jerome's niece. I'll sever your head diagonally for thinking of dissing me, and then use your dead body to write my name in calligraphy. This puppet democracy brainwashed your psychology, so you're nothing like diversity without equality. And your crew is full of more faggots than Greek mythology. Using numerology to count the people I sent to heaven produces more digits than 22 divided by 7. You like Kevin Spacey, your style is usually suspect. You never killed a cop, you not a motherfucking thug yet. Your mind is empty and spacious, like the part of the brain that appreciates culture and a racist. Face it, you're too basic, you never gonna make it. Like children walking through Antarctica, butt naked.
Okay. Wow. Normally I would stop a video like this because of the language. Excuse me. But this was powerful. Wow. It's like staring into the face of evil. And that story, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's true enough. I guarantee you something like that has happened more than once in the world. More than once, God, thousands of times. Thousands times thousands. And, I mean, the starkest moment of that whole thing was when he looked into her eyes and realized it was his own mother. And then he jumped off the roof. You couldn't possibly describe in more graphic or more accurate terms exactly what the devil does to a human being. He destroys you. He destroys you. And when I say destroy, I mean that word literally. There's nothing left. You're a husk. You're an empty shell. And wow, man, just wow. I have to go look at the lyrics for the last part because I wasn't quite sure if he was saying he was working for God or not. But I mean, oh my God. Whew. This is not a song you would want to play over and over again. Not a song you would want to memorize. Not a song you would want to repeat. Once isn't enough. Once is definitely enough. Wow. More than enough. And when you know, the way he depicted how that young man just slid, inch by inch, foot by foot, yard by yard, into the land of evil, and how it ensnarled him and ensnared him more and more and more until he ends up raping his own mother. And then when he realizes what he's done, he can't take it, and he dies. And the devil was celebrating. I'm not capable of describing to you how evil the devil is. But that song comes close. It comes close. It describes in the physical realm what takes place and what happens. You don't see the spiritual side of it, but it's there all the time, drawing you in, sucking you in, pulling you in, until it gets you to the point where you feel you have no way out. And then you'll do whatever you're asked to do. Until one day, the realization of what you have done is more than you can handle. And You sink into depression, you sink into alcohol, you sink into drugs, you sink into suicide, whatever it is, because his destruction of you is complete. The Bible says flee from evil. There's a reason why it uses the word flee. Not run, not get away, not escape. Flee. Run as fast and as hard as you can to get away from evil, because when it gets you in its arms, it will destroy you. Man. That song, wow, that song. Oof. Man. I can't. I just can't. That's terrible. That's terrible. Wow. I pray that that never happens to you. I pray that you stay on the good side, that you stay on the bright side, the side of light, that you stay on God's side, and that you never dabble in the dark, because it's alluring, it's attractive at first, until you get to see it in all its darkness, as he did when he looked in his mother's eyes. That's when he saw what it was, and he couldn't handle it. And that happens to a lot of people. I just pray that you never have that happen to you. I pray that you can stay in the light, and that God will wrap his arms around you and protect you from the evil one, keep you safe from harm, protect you at all times, and walk with you day by day. And I pray for the same thing for every single person that you love. This is the Vietnam era vet, out.